So guys, binary options trading again, and here I'm Zana, baby trader, with you again and again. So we are today with the quite simple strategies based on the two moving averages with some additional indicators that I just wanna. Sometimes, this is important. I have the key strategy, the key indicators, and how to learn more indicators. You just add in and you are checking and how to create the strategy. It's not about, okay, I saw some indicators from some other traders and they use it. Sometimes you are playing with that. You're having, what about this indicator combined with that? What about that combined with that? So a lot of stuff is going on, and I hope it's gonna be more informative after my videos. So let's check how it's gonna be working for us today and have our results. So guys, we are here. It's gonna be quite simple strategies, just giving you some time to see the simplest ways to get a profit. But here we're gonna use the candles with a 1 minute period, and I'm gonna explain you why. Here's we are adding the fractal, but it's more like for the chart picture, because the key indicators here are gonna be moving averages. We're gonna add two moving averages, and the reason why we added like 1 minute period for the candle, this is because of the periods of the moving averages. If it's gonna be our ordinary 15 seconds, its movement of these moving averages are gonna be too fast and too unpredictable. We couldn't be so sure about them. And here I'm also added RSI just to show you a little bit more, just to give you a more complex vision of the chart. But actually here it's even more than additional. You can use it, you cannot use it, but sometimes in some cases it's gonna be truly useful. I'm gonna show you later. So let's start. This is how our chart are gonna look today, and let's proceed for the first step. So we start. We are choosing the currency pairs and the situations that are suitable for us, and this is it. So the thing is like that. If the yellow line or the blue line, it doesn't matter here because all of them are just working. If the yellow line are below the blue line, we are going downward. Sometimes RSI just perfectly combining that, but I am truly suggesting not to be so sure about that, because when the RSI here just in between these orange lines, the green line on the RSI, it's quite not so perfectly predictable. So let's see here, and we go next. And it is perfectly simply working with these two moving averages, and especially on this period. I just insist it's supposed to be 1 minute period of the candle, and our first profit almost $1,000, and we are proceeding next. So here. And sometimes here, even with the fractal, we are seeing we were at the peak, because fractal sometimes just, pointing out that it was a peak. But you may see here, just the peak was a little bit later than fractal. So I'm not, in this strategy, it's additional. And here, yellow line, upper than blue line. So we are going down. And at the moment of the crossing of this line, there's gonna be a directions change. So here with this period, I hope it's gonna be all perfect and all working, because we have some tiny time till it's crossing and started to rise. Let's see. So as I told you before, here is the crossing. And right after that crossing, you may see the beginning of the green line. And we are just in time, we are just correct, because this movement was quite small and we had perfect timing, perfect bet, because after maybe 20 seconds it's already maybe a loss. Perfectly working. And let's see here, the crossing was a while ago, and now the yellow line below the green, not the green, but the blue line. And we are expecting that it's gonna be a fall. So you may see here that this crossing was not perfectly perfect, at the moment of the directions change. But we are here also expecting that it's gonna be a while ago. So it is for the future, not for the past. Let's see. So a little bit tricky here because we may expect this changing and we may actually see these green lines, but as long as the candles are for the 1 minute, it's perfectly here to, but this bad was a little bit tricky. And I am, loving to show a little bit like that, just to have myself and sometimes, and have you and sometimes also. And just worked out because we are here mostly thinking about the yellow line. The yellow line will not lie. So let's go next. But I want to pay your attention for, if you were observing the whole chart, I showed it, I'm making my bad, and I showed the full picture a while ago. You may see, but not in every case with these strategies, the crossing of the lines give us the changing of directions. In some cases it is, in some cases it's not. So here the first thing that you matter, the yellow line below the blue line, this is it. This is what we are playing for. So let's see how it's gonna work here today, because in this case, in this situation, on this chart, because we are seeing just the crossing of it. So when you are too close, about the candles, not about the chart, not about the indicators, sometimes it feels like I'm wrong and all indicators are wrong because there is the green candle, it's rising. And then just in a moment, just like that, us here now having this with this strategy like $3,000. But if I was just minding these candles and seeing this green candle, I may have this upward bat and I may lose instead of winning. So indicators and right strategy are just so important that you cannot overwhelm, this importance of it. So I am repeating, whole chart is perfect. Indicators, strategies, double perfect. So here, let's make it the last one. Here the crossing was a while ago. It doesn't look like it's gonna cross any sooner actually, because now just the yellow line perfectly showing that we are going downward. And what about the RSI here? I told you, and with some indicators, with these scheme indicators, it's actually important when it's the green line crossing any of the orange lines. And here also it's just showing us it's going downward and it's crossing the orange line, but it's, yes, it's important, but not in a single case. So yellow line just drastically going downward. Here's the green candle and it may ruin everything, but it's not, because the indicators were perfectly correct. Let's check how it's going to be for us this time. Here is just, we are having like 10 seconds left and maybe it's going to be rising, but it's not gonna be, sometimes when I'm seeing, when I have like a second and it's so close to my, to get my profit away from me, I am getting emotional, and this emotions control, supposed to be truly important. And sometimes I do appreciate that I don't have a button, just cancel the bet, because in some cases I would cancel it and I would not get a profit because, sometimes I'm too nervous about that. That's okay, that's fine. But that's why I prefer to be an expert before my bet than an expert after and explaining, okay, why I have it. So for today it's done. And I hope it was all informative, fine. If you have any questions, text me, I'm gonna answer it for sure. Okay, we are done for today. I hope you like that. I hope you enjoyed that. I actually like that. And sometimes, honestly, I have some feelings that it was, too many words, not maybe so many information. But all in that case is, I'm here for you. Text me, write me, give me some, some messages at any type and any social media services. And all the links below my video or in my bio, and I am welcomed any feedback that you are giving me. So stay tuned and get some more.